Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Takeover Tuesday. I am so excited for today's episode. As you can tell, I am not at my desk. I'm not over my usual spot today. We're here with the brand new Brother PrintModa studio here that is a fabric and a paper printer in one, and we are going to dive all into it today. I have to be honest, this has been a secret that I've been keeping from you guys. I'm like so excited to finally tell you because I've been working with this for so long and it's been a little secret. And so I'm just excited to share with you. I've been using it a lot the past few weeks because I really wanted to put it to the test. I'm like, okay, if this is going to be the next big thing, I want to put it through every single test that I can imagine and see if it is the perfect printer. And let me tell you, guys, this printer is about to blow all of you away, and I'm so excited to dive more into it. But before I do, just a few little things to mention before we get started. Now, this Thursday is going to be, this whole week essentially is going to be a Brother week because they just had their convention. They were just sharing all of their new machines that they're launching, and we're going to talk all about it on Thursday as well. But Tuesday, today, I was like, I have to talk about this printer. It's been sitting here and I've been using it, and I'm like, any chance that I can get as soon as it launches, I want to be able to sit here and sit with SMP Nation and chat with you guys all about it. But Thursday, we're going to dive deeper into the new XJ2 and XE2 machines, which is the Stellaire 2. So if you've seen the Stellairs, the XJ1 or the XE1, we've done those machines on the show several times before, but they came out with new versions. And also, I just want to say, if you do have the Stellaire 1, but you want to upgrade, those are available as well. So they do have Stellaire 2 upgrades for the machine that you already have. Highly suggest you guys give us a call and figure that all out if you want to get your hands on that new upgrade, because the new features that Brother has released with all the new machines are so much fun and so exciting and definitely needed for the crafters. They listened to us. They listened. But yeah, the Stellaire 2 series, and then also they just came out with a brand new single needle free arm embroidery machine. So we all know and love the PRS 100. Well, now they have the PR1X, which has so many more features loaded in. It does have a larger embroidery frame now, so you can do, I believe it's up to 8 by 12 now, which is awesome. So much more room to play and to mess around with. But again, we will be talking going more into detail of those machines on Thursday. So you don't want to miss out. But again, today we're talking about my favorite, and I'm so excited. And again, Thursday, so Blaine will be here. I know I said that Blaine wasn't going to be here for the first couple of weeks, which I thought that he wasn't going to be here, but now he is. So he'll be here this Thursday to chat with you, and he is at the Brother Convention right now. So he's putting together some videos and some fun behind the scenes of the convention. So you guys will get a little behind the scenes look at everything that was going on over there. And if you guys are in our Facebook group, I actually just posted a picture this morning of Blaine at the Brother Convention, and he was doing one of the classes, and he sent me a picture of one of the designs he stitched out, and I'm like, I have to share this. I have to share this with Facebook and all of you guys at SMP Nation because I love it. I loved seeing him doing all the embroidery stuff. I thought it was the funniest thing, and I'm like, you did great. He's a pro. He really is a pro, and he did it on the PR1X, and he said that it was great, and he had the best time working on it. So super awesome. So that's the update for the week. We've got Thursday all planned out and ready for you. And over the next few weeks, we'll be talking about all new products because if you didn't know, this season, like this summer, August, September season, a lot of the brands are releasing new machines. So you'll be seeing a lot from Baby Lock. You'll be seeing a lot from Janome coming up in the next few weeks. So lots of fun stuff coming. And we'll be able to talk about it more as the time comes. But with all that being said, I cannot wait to talk to you about this printer. So I have lots of samples to show you. I have lots of things that I've worked on and kind of put together to show you. But you're probably wondering, what is this? What is this printer? Why are you going crazy over this printer? I will tell you. So this printer is the PrintModa Studio by Brother, of course. And this is a fabric printer. So you can essentially customize and create all of your own fabric, which, just the sound of that, you're like, oh, the angels are singing. But I'll tell you. So first up, with the size, I'll give you kind of like the dimensions. So this is 42 pounds. It's a 47 pounds, I'm sorry. The weight of the machine is actually really lightweight. I set this whole thing up by myself, and we'll kind of start from the beginning of like when you first get your hands on the machine and getting into all the different features. So setting this up, so easy. This printer is completely wireless, although you do have the option to set it up via USB if you would like to. Like if you wanted to print straight from your computer and just wanted to do it through the wiring, you can absolutely do that as well. You've got an option here, and then I believe you also have an option on the back. So 2 ways you can do that. You can do the Wi-Fi, or you can do it with cords, whatever. I also want to look at your guys' comments too and follow along with you guys because we're here live. So I want to answer all your guys' questions. So let's talk about the ink cartridges and the fabric rolls. So those are the first 2 things that you'll see when you open up the box, and those are included with the printer. So you're first going to get, let's open this up. So see right here, I'm going to try and move this over for you so you can see those cartridges, but you do get 4 included cartridges when you get the printer. You get that cyan, the magenta, the yellow, and the black. And I've had these ink cartridges in here. Let's see, when did I get this? I want to say probably almost a month. And I have not even gone halfway through all of this ink. So, and I have printed a lot, let me tell you. So they last so long. And then, of course, once you run out, you can buy the refills, but they last forever. And so those are the ink cartridges, and it is Brother Genuine, the ink vestment cartridges, which if you didn't know, Brother makes loads of printers. They also make lots of printers, and their ink, they're using the same high quality ink that they use for a majority of most of their printers, if not all. So those are all included. You get your first little set, and again, I have not even had to replace these once. They're probably still half full. And I'll show you a way that you can check and see how full your cartridges and how their performance is. There's a way that you can check on here without having to print something out. And then if it doesn't print right, you're like, what the heck? So there's ways you can check and make sure that you're printing and all of that and your ink is all right before you get started. So there is that. And then also, let me just go over the physicality of this whole thing. So I'm going to move my camera down. I'm sorry if you get a little seasick, but if you look right down here, you have 2 trays. So this top tray is going to be for paper. You can print normal paper documents, you can print patterns, you can print anything with paper that you would like. But then the fun part is the bottom tray, which as I pull it out, let me move these over. This comes out, and this is going to be your fabric roll. So look at that. Super easy setup. All you have to do is put your roll, as you can see, right in the top of here. Push the fabric down through the bottom and make sure it just hits this bottom part. You don't want to have it going up too far. Like, you don't want it up like this, or else the machine won't read it. So you want to have it just touching that bottom layer, and you can just slide it right in and we're good to go. One thing that I will say that I was running into with this printer is sometimes this fabric puffs up and you don't really want it to do that. So just make sure that it's all tightened and ready to go. And then you just slide this in, and I will give you all the fabric dimensions in just a moment. And then what it's going to do once you load it, it's going to just make sure you confirm the sizing of the fabric roll. So the fabric rolls that are included, the sizing is 11.69 wide, and then the first one that you're going to get is 1.4 yards. So it's going to be 1.4 yards long, and then the replacement fabric rolls are going to be 5.4 yards or 94 inches, but they're still going to be 11.69 inches wide. That's what I meant to say. So 11.69, almost a foot long. So ideally, and I wanted to see, a lot of you guys were commenting that, you know, you are a little bit limited to the sizing of the fabric just based off the roll, but you can do so much with just that size. There's so much. And that's what I really wanted to put to the test, is the sizing and how much I could do. So quilters out there, I mean, how often are you working with 8-inch blocks, 10-inch blocks? I know sometimes there's 12, but I feel like a lot of the time you're either working with like either 6-inch blocks to 10-inch blocks, but correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the kind of sizing that I've seen a lot of. And so this is perfect, the perfect size for you. So I'm going to put this back over here. And so now let's kind of talk about what you can create with it, because that's the biggest question here. So I'm going to go through and show you just some things that I have made. Now I will reveal to you all of the fabric that I have used. Let's see. I need to remember when exactly I got it, but probably for the past 3 videos of Takeover Tuesday, all of the fabric that I've used, I printed. So that's why I wasn't talking about it too much, and that I wasn't mentioning where I got the fabrics from, and it was killing me, you guys. I wanted to tell you and show you all the different things, but obviously it wasn't out yet. But for the past 3 Takeover Tuesday videos, all of that fabric that I've used, I printed myself. So if you've watched all of those, you can see how I made it and what I did with it. And let me see, I'm seeing some question marks, so I want to make sure I'm getting to questions. Where was the one that I just saw? So Anne asked if this prints directly on t-shirts and things like that. This is not a direct right to garment printer. This is the fabric printer. So you do have to use the fabric rolls, but I have made shirts with this. So I'll take a shirt that I have, I'll print out what I want, and I can either applique it, stitch it on, or you can, embroider it on there, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different ways you can take this fabric and be able to get it onto a t-shirt, onto a hoodie, onto clothing. And I've done that before. So it is not impossible, and it actually is super easy. So that's awesome. And Sue asked if there's an odor to it after printed. That's what I was wondering too. And when it does print, it does not. I do not notice an odor. I've never noticed anything like smell-wise or anything like that. Even when I'm ironing it, my suggestion to that would be just make sure you let it dry completely, because, with paper too, you have to kind of let the ink dry a little bit. And because this is fabric, the way that it's printing on, it's absorbing into that fabric. So you do want to make sure that it's dry and all nice and good to go, and probably give it like a minute or 2 before you start sewing with it, or prepping it, maybe like putting on fusible, whatever you want to do on that. So, and the type of fabric I'm seeing, it is 100% cotton. So it is cotton fabric, quilter's cotton. It feels almost like the normal cotton fabrics that you will get at your quilt shops, anything like that. And that is the nice thing too, is that it feels the same as everything that you're most likely working with already. So that is great. And one thing that I do want to mention, so I'm going to start getting into samples. Okay. So this is, let's go to this one. This is one that I printed, and this is a 10 by 10 inch block. And this pattern is actually from Artspira, which is the app that comes with, well, it's free, but we highly recommend that you download it when you get this printer because it comes with lots of different patterns that you can use and print out. So this one is adorable. It's got little cats on it. It's so cute. But this one comes with the Artspira app, and they are constantly putting new patterns and designs and things like that up there. And we're going to talk all about the Artspira in just a second, but this is from that app. So that's a great example. So the reason why I'm showing this one is just to let you know, just an FYI, this does not print white. It does not print white ink, but the fabric that it is rolled on and then it's printing on is white. So as you can tell, there's obviously white in here, and it still looks amazing just because it doesn't have the white ink. It is perfect. It's every single time. I wish I could show you guys all in person and you can feel it and see what's going on, but the colors are so vibrant. It takes like 2 seconds to print out, and we're going to print some stuff out today. Don't you worry. But this is just one of the things that I worked on, and I actually printed this out this morning. And also, another thing too is if you do print out smaller sizing, like this is a 10-inch block, it leaves you some room on the side so you can cut it off and adjust it and do whatever you need to do. So that is awesome. And in terms of the fabric roll, I have the first fabric roll that I put into there, which I believe was the 1.4 yard roll, lasted me so long. These fabric rolls last forever. And obviously, if you're working with longer projects or larger projects, it might not last you as long. But the nice thing is the rolls are there and available to you, and it's so easy to get it printed and cut out. And again, I'm just going to mention, you guys were asking about the length and the sizing of the fabric rolls. So the width on all the fabric rolls is going to be 11.69 inches wide. And then the length of it is going to be 5.4 yards. So that equals out to 94 inches long. So that's perfect because with the Artspira app, they actually have templates to make banners, and they have templates to make photo album strips. And it's really cool. I'm going to show you guys all about that in just a second. I'm actually going to share my phone screen and we're going to look at the app together. But I just want to show you a couple of the samples that I've worked on. So one question is, can I print photos? Can I do photos, like full-on photos? Yes, you absolutely can. So I know we all love animals and pets. Margaret asked if we can make our own fabric roll. I don't know if I would recommend it. As of right now, it's a new product, obviously. So if brother gives the okay on that, then I don't see why not. But right now, just with how I've been using it, I don't know if I'd recommend making your own fabric roll. But that's up to you. Also, because the fabric roll that it comes with has this piece of, I don't know if I would consider it vinyl, but it's honestly just like an adhesive that sticks to the paper, or I'm sorry, the fabric. So when you put it through and print on it, when you do print, it makes it easier and it doesn't jam and make the fabric jam when it's going through the printer. So once you print something out, like for example, I printed out this pattern for a quilt block, you peel this off like so, and then you have your fabric. So that would be the main reason why I wouldn't suggest it, is because it does have that adhesive, and that is just to help it get through the printer and printed and getting it out. So that's why I would not recommend making your own roll. But again, let's keep going and talk about some of these samples. So I know we all love animals and pets. So Blaine, I was thinking, I'm like, I want to make Michelle something, Blaine's wife. I was like, I want to make her something. And he goes, put something with our dogs on it. So I made a whole collage of their pets, and look at how amazing these photos turned out, you guys. The ink was just amazing. It turned out perfect. The detail in all of these is just great. It printed the photos exactly how they were on my phone. It's awesome. How cool is that? So I don't know what I'm going to make out of this, But this is also just a good example to show you the vibrancy and all of that. And they also have laminating sheets available that you can add on top. So that way, if you're making bags or purses and you want the fabric to be a little bit more sturdy and protected, and it also adds that shine, you can add that on as well. But look how cute. Awesome. So that is with photos. I also wanted to try black and white. So I found this picture, and this is just a picture of a band that I listen to, but it's black and white and it printed so well. And the exposure was kind of weird on this picture, but you can still see it's very clear and all of that. So I wanted to show you the black and white because I'm sure there's lots of black and white photos. Maybe if you have an older photo or, photos from years ago that you want to print out, you still have the ability to print them out, even if they're not the best quality, if that makes sense. So I'll also show you this picture. This is from, this is my dog. Her name's Darla, and she's a little old lady. My mom's going to get a kick out of this once I show everyone. But I printed this out. This is my dog. She's adorable, but I really just wanted to test the limits of the color quality, and this picture was faded on my phone, so it's not as vibrant. But I mean, even with the white, it got all of the lighting on her face, it got everything, her tongue sticking out. She's getting old, but she is so adorable, and the coloring and just the quality of it is always so perfect. When I showed this to my mom, I think I saw a tear come out of I think I just saw a tear. She was so in love with it. So that's with photos. And that is also just a great example of just one thing that you can do. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is patterns. Now, I'm actually going to get my phone up and running, and we are going to add my phone. Okay, but I'm going to switch it really quick. All right. Are we good? Can you guys see? Perfect. So this is my phone. And we are taking a look right at the Art Spirit app. Let me actually take off this overlay so you can see the phone a little bit better. So this is what the Art Spirit app looks like. Now, if you are a Brother user and you have Brother sewing machines and you have Brother like a scan and cut, and now you were thinking about getting the PrintModa, you need this app. I highly suggest that you get this app. There's so much on here. Not only are there embroidery designs, look at all this. So you can come here and they've got lots of loaded embroidery designs. Of course, it's going to take a second to load, but we've got lots of different options here that you guys can look at it and see. And then there's also scan and cut options. So I'm just showing you a little bit about Art Spirit in general. There's lots of different things on here. So if you do have Brother products, highly suggest you download this app. It is great and it's free. It's free, and you just sign up with your account that you have with Brother. If you've registered a machine with Brother, you most likely do have an account. So that is awesome. So I just wanted to show you. Art Spirit is great. But we're going to talk about the printing designs. And now that the PrintModa is out, we can go look at some of the templates and some of the things and projects that they have for you. Now, I will tell you, when you do get the PrintModa, it does come with a project and idea book. And this here has just a few different ideas that you can use. And this is integrated with Art Spirit, so you can find these on the app, or you can use the app to get these templates as well. So there's lots of different things in here. It also just gives you some more information about how to connect it wirelessly, things like that. Gives you picture instructions on all of that. So I'm telling you, when you get this machine, you won't be confused, because as soon as you get it, you have your instruction book on how to set it all up. It was so easy to set up. And then you also have that book, this project and idea book, that you can use. Again, I'm just kind of flipping through and to show you. So one of the projects is, like we've got this going on, little photo frame wall hanging that almost very similar. I think it is a little quilted. Yeah, it is. So it is a quilted little wall hanging, and they use the printer to print all of these different photos. So that's one little thing that you can do with it. And I do want to try these in the future and stitch out one of these projects. Something that I love is the makeup and bag pouch that they have here on one of the ideas in this book. You guys know I'm obsessed with purses and bags, so this is awesome. And it just gives you all the instructions, all the directions on how to navigate it through Artspira if you wanted to use Artspira. And it also has QR codes everywhere. So if you don't even want to look it up, you can just find it right away using that QR code. But there's lots of inspiration in here. So when you get it and you don't really know where to start or where to begin, this is an awesome little inspiration book that can get you started and get you going. And the one thing that I wanted to mention on how to check your ink is it actually will print you ink level pages, or just this ink level page of where your ink is at. So when it prints, it's a little hard to see because they're so thin, but it'll print out these lines as a test for the ink, and it'll tell you based on how clear it is, how opaque, if it's got any dots or, missing pieces in that ink. That will be your sign to say, okay, I think my ink is running out. Maybe I don't want to start this project because I got to replace my ink. So that's a great way to check. I always like to check before I start a big project, or if I'm printing out a lot of fabric or multiples of the same fabric, just to make sure I know that it's not going to get splotchy or inky or anything, which in my experience of using this over the past few weeks, I've not had that happen one time. Every single time that I've printed out fabric, it has come out perfect every single time. So I want to keep trying to look for your comments. So I'm trying to look as much as I can. But yeah, it's great. I love you guys are excited about this, because I am. And Yvette said it does look intimidating. I promise it is not. I really do. Because listen, I have a hard time getting the hang of new things and trying new things and getting into a new routine. And this was so easy to get into the flow of. There's not, there's no weird ins or outs that you have to do. It's almost just like a normal printer. What the main thing that you have to get used to is if you are printing straight from your computer and not off of Artspira, you just have to make sure that your printer and your computer, or I guess that your computer is telling your printer which tray to feed out of. So the one issue that I ran into was I would print it on paper instead of the fabric. And the easiest fix to do that, you just select which tray you want it to feed from, and that's it. And that fixed my problem. So that was the only issue that I had, but it's great. So those are some of the things that I'll show you. And let's go back to Artspira. So I want to get you guys involved, and I know you guys can see my phone screen, but look at all the awesome things. And we're going to print something out today. We're going to do it right here, and I want your guys' opinions, and I want you guys to help me pick. So we've got this photo booth frame that you can customize yourself. So you can change let's see if I can zoom in. Here we go. There we go. So you can change the photos in that template. You can change the text. You can change the font of the text. And you can also change the background of that. So you can easily make that into a pattern if you'd like, or you can use your own photos. Or you can use the patterns that are given in the app, or you can just go to a solid color. It's completely up to you, but you have lots to do in this app, which is awesome. So let's look at that. So that's an option. We can do that here today on SMP Nation, or they also have lots of banners. Look at how cute and adorable these little banners are. And they're long. So that's what's nice about having that 94-inch fabric roll, is that you're able to make large projects like banners. You can do like welcome signs and those photo albums. You can do a lot with just this. And the options are really endless, because yes, you do have Artspira to make your own patterns and to make your own little signs, of course, like this in different projects. But you can also, if you are familiar with designing outside of this app, you can print from your computer. You can look on Google for patterns. There's so much you can do. Just think of it as a normal printer, and you're able to print anything you want on the fabric, essentially. So that is awesome. But if we keep going, so these are just banners. These are just banners. So now if we go to photo frames, we can look at all of these amazing ones. Like, look at this one. This one's really cute. Let's click on this one. You've got the love on there, and you can swap out those pictures and colors. It's really, really awesome. So if you have special events going on, it's really great. And then you also have just normal little photo frames you can add onto there and add your text and add new add new photos, things like that. The options are really endless, and that's, again, just photo frames. Then you also have quilt labels. Everybody who loves quilt labels, you're going to love this one. They have tons of options and even picture labels that you can put a photo in there. Isn't that awesome? So I love that. And especially for my quilters out there who are always looking for, maybe you just went to the quilt shop and you're like, there's not really a fabric that I like, but I really want to get these blocks done. You can print them right there and you can pick out what you want to design. So let's come over here and we will keep going. And here's my favorite section is the bags and pouch little options that they have. So you've got this custom embroidery one. And the cool thing about this is obviously it looks a little different than what we were just looking at. It almost is like a blog post where it gives you all the materials that you need, the sizing that you want to print out, all of that. So let me pause really quick. I'm seeing some questions. Can you scan or copy items for printing on paper or fabric on this machine? I believe you can. Yes. Dun dun dun. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it's super exciting. And if you keep going here, it gives you all the directions. And with these projects that they have loaded into Artspira, it gives you this layout. So if you see that preview, it automatically gave you the shape of what you need for the fabric. It gives you the sizing and everything. So all you have to do is if you didn't want that lemon fabric, you just tap on it, change the pattern and change the picture to whatever you want, print it out, and you're done. And you can immediately start. So that's awesome. Crystal asked, what needle do you use to sew into projects? This is so easy to sew through. So easy. And I'll get into some of the little samples that I've created in a second, but I just use my normal 80-12. I think I just have a universal 80-12 in my machine right now, and I have not had any problems with it. I haven't even had problems. It doesn't stain my machine. I know with ink, it might be a little scary. Like I don't want it to get all over my machine. It doesn't stain my machine. It soaks perfectly into the fabric. It's awesome. So I haven't had any issues with it so far, but if I did, I would tell you and I would let you know because we're just here chatting. So there's lots of options on here. This one I definitely want to make, this origami bag. And again, it just gives you the preview and it gives you that template of what you need to make it. And then all you have to do, so let's see. Let's say I want to create this one. I think I can just tap on this. Oh, there. Okay, so we tap it. So if I want to create this origami bag, it tells me the sizing and the length. And so since it's 11.2, it will fit on that roll. And all of these are meant and sized for the roll specifically. So now we can just go to create. And I love the fabrics that they chose here, but I want to switch it up. I want to do something else. So I'm going to tap on the bottom triangles. Otherwise, I can tap on the top triangles and it'll change the top fabric. So, but right now we're going to look at our bottom. And if you go down to the bottom, it'll say change. Now, these are all the included patterns that come with it. So this one's one of my favorites. I love this green one. It's taking a second to load, but it's got some green with some flowers in there. Lots of preloaded designs that you can look at. That's adorable. That red. What was the one that I was working on yesterday that I really liked? I love the lemon fabric. I do really like that. So even that's cute with that gray. Adorable. But you can customize it to whatever. And you can also use your own images. So your phone will sync up and you can see which ones you want to do, which is awesome. So that's what I was working on the other day. I was putting my own photos in at a pattern. So what I'm going to do is also show you another cool feature of Artspira before I move on. And we're going to go to new, and it gives you an option of embroidery, cutting, and printing. So hang on, let me pause. I'm seeing question marks. I got to look. You know me, the fabric roll is 11.69 inches long or wide by 5.4 yards or 94 inches long. So it's 90 inches long, 11 and a little bit more than a half inches wide. So, and it's awesome. And I will tell you guys all the information about pricing and all that in just a second. I just want to keep showing you some of this stuff because it's getting me really excited. So let's go back. Now, there's two options here, as you can tell. So there's geometric patterns or there's printing patterns. Let's look at geometric. This is really exciting. So we can go to patterns here, and you can also use this with your own images as well. So let's pick, I don't know, which one do you guys want to pick? You can see. Dun, dun, dun. Linda asked if you can copy a fabric if you run out and need more. Absolutely. As long as you have the file. With Artspira, you can save it and then go back and print it again. But on your normal computer, as long as you have the file saved in your downloads, you can just keep printing it over and over and over again. Or you can do multiple copies. So whatever's up to you. So let's take this star one, for example. Now, the geometric feature of this, oh, somebody said red bandana. Okay, we're going to do red bandana. Now, when you first look at that, you're like, that does not look like a red bandana. Well, what happens is it picks a piece, as you guys can see, it picks a square from the pattern that you just picked. So like, let's go with like this one. And then it turns it into this really gorgeous geometric pattern. And you can adjust the sizing. Do you see that? Isn't that awesome? So you can change it. You can do whatever you want. You can make it really, really tiny. So that way you kind of have that pattern there. But that is just another really cool feature of the geometric pattern. So see, I'm putting it all the way to the top, and it kind of, that one looks a little wonky, but you can adjust it. And then you can also do your own photos. So let me take this off really quick, and I'm going to pick a photo, and then we are going to change. So I'm going to do a picture of the ocean because this was my favorite demo to show. Let's go. I have a whole album of photos for this specifically. So I have lots of different patterns that I've created. If you guys see that picture of Winston, I almost printed that one out because I thought it was really funny. But let's take this picture of the beach, for example, and you pop it up and it's like, whoa, what the heck? So what I'm going to do is let's pick the ocean one, the ocean triangle, and we're going to size it out. And look at how pretty it turns into, like the most gorgeous fabric ever. It is amazing. And how I did it was I kind of set it out because there was an umbrella in the photo. Like, I think it was about right there. And look at that. You have the most amazing little pattern that you designed yourself with a picture that you used. That was just a picture of the beach. So it's really cool to be able to do that, especially if you have patterns that are, maybe you have like a certain color scheme that you want to go to, or you're working with a brand and you want to match the brand colors or things like that. Denise asked if it has a USB for importing your own designs. So it doesn't operate like that. So you can add it into here, but mainly it'll be, you want to do it wirelessly, things like that. But it does have a USB port that you not only can throw one in there, it doesn't come with one though. That's my answer should be that. But you can add your own USB and throw it in there. As long as it reads the files, you can do whatever you want. So there's my beach kaleidoscope. And if you zoom in, you can see all the surfers in there. Isn't that so cool? That's awesome. So Shirley asked, microwave safe? If you're talking about the fabric? Yes. The printer, I don't think it would be microwave safe. But Vinny asked, how long does the color last on the fabric? It lasts so long, you guys. Okay, let's go in. So that's kind of Artspira, and we'll come back to that in a second, but you guys are asking a lot about coloring, things like that. So I'm going to show you some samples of things that I've made. Now, if you guys remember, we did a Takeover Tuesday we did one with keychains and key fobs. So once I finished that show, I didn't realize how many people in the office wanted a keychain. So I made a bunch of different keychains. So I'll show you. This was mine that I made with printed fabric, and I'll show you. I do have. I have a little bit left of this. I was going to show. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Well, I did make this with printed fabric, and I've been running this to the ground. My keys go everywhere with me, and I'm always messing around with them. The vibrancy has not changed one bit. And even the white stays so clean and so white. It's awesome. Here I made another keychain. This is for Andrea. And so I printed solid fabric. solid fabric. I printed it. So I wanted the exact color of it. I believe it was a character or character that she wanted, and she had purple in her outfit or her eyes or something like that. So I wanted to match the exact color. I printed out a solid color of fabric, and it printed out perfectly. There was no streaks, there's nothing like that. And then this one was also another pattern that I printed out, and this is also pretty much solid, just with that pattern on top. And so this is black and pink, and she's had this for a while, and it's lasted. So Roger requested that I show this. He wanted me to show his fishing bag. Roger, it's so heavy. Oh my goodness. But I made him a fishing one, and this is probably proof that he takes this everywhere and it gets dirty, and he's always out by the beach, and this keychain has not budged. You can't really see the fish. This was my first trial with the printer, and I didn't really know like the size of patterns, and with how big my project was, I wanted the fish to be able to be seen. So I'll have to redo that. But
hey Kennedy,
yes,
I should state that that's been in salt water and it hasn't faded.
Roger's also telling me that this has been in salt water. That keychain has been submerged into salt water, and the ink and everything is still perfect. How awesome. So that is super cool. I also took, I think I still have these for sure. So I printed out these two fabrics. Oh, there's my other one. So that was the original fabric I used for my keychain, and this was printed just the green, so it caught that white. That's just from the fabric, and it is super, super white, and it's still clean. It still is amazing. So then I printed out, these are just some scraps. I printed out this little cheetah design, or is that cheetah leopard cheetah. I printed out this, and then I printed out this matching fabric here, and I turned it into a sunglass case. So on the outside is the leopards, cheetahs, and then inside is the sunglasses, of course, and then your inner fabric. So super fun. And once you print it out, it essentially just becomes your normal everyday fabric. That's the main point, is you can just essentially turn it into really anything. So these designs, I will say, a lot of the designs that I've created, I will be completely transparent with you. Since we got this machine, I wasn't able to register it yet because it wasn't out yet. So I didn't have access to the Art Spirit app. So I was designing things on my own. So I was designing things just from the softwares that I use. If you are looking into creating more of your own custom fabric, like for example, if I still have my dog people here, I did a few more keychains, and I cut my best friend's dogs. I cut their faces out and put them on fabric, and I was able to print this out, and I made them also some keychains. So we had a keychain phase over here, but I was also able to print out their faces. Isn't that so cute? I will never get over this. I'm always going to keep these fabrics just because they turned out adorable. But even the detail and the design is small, like this is Bowie. So Bowie's little head is very tiny, and it still printed the quality, and it still printed all that detail. So it's really awesome. But I will say that I did use some other software to create my own, but it's super easy to find things like that and to design your own, or you can even go to Google and find your own PDFs or PNGs or JPEGs. Whatever you want to print out, you can find it wherever. So can you guys see why I was so excited to talk about this? Isn't it just amazing? So here's some more fabrics that I have created. Oh, let me show you this as well. So I was saying before that it does have a laminating roll that is available that you can get, and that essentially keeps your fabrics more protected. And if you're making bags and you want it to be a little bit shinier, if you know that you're going to be using it and out places and chances are it gets dirty, there is a laminate roll. So I did this little comparison. I don't know if you guys can see it super well, but this side has the laminate, so you can see it obviously got way more shiny. And I feel like it made the color a little bit more vibrant, but I feel like it's person to person because I've asked quite a few people and I get different answers every time. But mainly for the shine element, I mean, that's awesome. You're able to really protect it, and it does add a little bit of, you can feel the difference. You can feel that it's like, okay, I can use this and it won't mess up and it won't break and fall apart when I'm done with my project. But it won't either way. The laminate is just kind of an added extra layer if you need it for a certain project. So that's awesome. Love the little demo. And this is also one that I printed as well. So super cool. Loved the pattern on this one, and I just loved it. I really wanted to test, as you can tell, I've used different colors, and I really, really wanted to test as many color schemes and as different patterns as I could. So again, those are those line and the cheetah ones. We've got that one. And then Kyle's wife actually works in the medical field. So I made her a keychain as well. And this I designed, all of these patterns that you're seeing here, I used with Canva. And that is also another designing app, and it's free as well to use. So if you are looking for more custom stuff, highly recommend looking into that as well. But these I did not create, like I didn't draw all of these out, but these I got all from Canva. So you can find them on there as well. So this was a pattern with lots of little medical supplies and little tools and things like that that I just printed out. And again, this was just black on that white fabric. Sue said she's attending a class on how to use that. Highly recommend Canva. If you guys ever need help with Canva, please let me know. I use it every single day, every day. I love Canva. So, and also if you, Canva can be used for anything, and not even just for designing stuff. I mean, they have lots of different things depending on, you can make you can do clothing, you can make business cards. There's so much. So that is great, but that is where you can find some of these patterns as well if you wanted to get them. Or if you get this printer and you want any of these, just send me an email and I will send these files over to you. Absolutely. So let's keep going. So here's another black and white one. This one has a lot of detail, which is a great example. So this I made for my mom. She loves skulls, and so I made her a keychain. But if you look really closely, there's a lot of detail in there, and it did it, no problem. So that is great. There's also this flower one that I got. So adorable. This, take a wild guess. This also turned into a keychain. So I made this one as well. And again, Canva. And then also one of my friends loves this little character. I think it's Miffy. And I designed this. This ended up being a keychain as well. So super, super adorable, fun little things. I will tell you, the car trash can that we made a few weeks ago, this was made using the PrintModa. So I printed these out, and I'll tell you, after I printed this out, I was like, I love that blue in the flower, but I really don't have a fabric on me that matches the blue really well. Everything was too light or too royal or too dark. It was just nothing was working for me. So I printed out a solid strip of that same fabric. I just copied the color code, put it on a solid thing, printed it out, and that way it just was so much more cohesive. It made so much more sense in my brain. I'm like, I can't open this up and it's a bright royal blue inside, so I had to make it match. So that's just another added bonus, is if you have a certain fabric, like here, I've got a whole stack of batiks here. It's like, oh, I really want to make something with that blue right there. And you really want it to be specific, but you don't have fabric with you or on hand that matches. Such a great way for you to match the fabric, match the color, print it out. So let's print something. We're going to print something really quickly just because I'm going to show you how fast this is. So let's come over. So let's say a 9 by 9 inch square, or actually let's do 10 by 10. We're going to input our sizing here of what we want to print out. Oop, not 310 inches. So we're going to do a 10 by 10 square block. Let's just go with that. And you can add a seam allowance too at the bottom if you want to, but since this is just for demo purposes, I'm not going to add that today. But let's go over here and let's pick out a pattern. So let's see. Say I'm like, ooh, I want to make a bag with those lemons on there. So let's add, let's find the lemons. There we are. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. Okay. Let's make sure she's awake, on and awake. Okay. So you can also change the direction. So if you don't want it going the original way, you can flip it, have it going opposite ways, whatever you want to do. And then you can also add effects. So if you want it to be blue, you can totally make it blue. You can make it a little bit more saturated. I really like that, actually. You can make this way more saturated. Make it green. I don't know. It's up to you. Make it purple. Purple lemons. Sure. Because it's the PrintModa world and we're just living in it, guys. So you can really do whatever. You can make them darker. You could do gray. Make it a little bit more washed out and muted. You can do super dark. Lots of options with the effects. I'm going to keep it just normal today, just so you can see the colors. Or what do you guys want? I'm seeing darker. So should we go darker? Let's go darker. Okay. So, dun, dun, dun. I really like how they make it look more blue. I really like that. I like it. Okay, we're going to keep it with that. So once you're done, you can save it, and we'll save this as lemons. And so this is what I mean when I say you can go back to it and you can print the same thing over and over again. You just go to your saved library, click on it, and then the steps will be the same as what I'm about to show you, and you just print it out. So let's save that, and it's storing. So give it a second. Are you guys having fun? I hope you guys are having fun. Okay, we're going to hit done. And make sure you have the right printer selected. And of course, this is the Brother HLJF1, the PrintModa Studio. And the print settings, you can either make it borderless, which anything smaller. So what it means by borderless is if you want it to completely take up the entire space and not have any leftover white. Because if it's smaller than 11.69, it's going to have some stuff on the end. So you can have the option to have it borderless or have a border. And where's my other one I was going to show you that has that? This is what I mean. This border here. So because it's smaller than the roll of fabric, you know. So let's keep going. Okay. Now let's print. So it's always going to tell you this. It's always going to tell you to check your fabric roll before printing, just because it is, you always want to check and make sure. And sometimes, like I was saying before, it does pop up sometimes. So let's make sure she's all good to go and all loaded. We're going to shut it. And then on the screen here, it's going to tell you to confirm that it's a fabric roll and that it is a 11.69 inch wide roll. So I'm just confirming that because that is true. And now we are going to hit OK. I forget you guys can see my screen. I'm like, let me show you this. Okay. So I knew this was going to happen. So we're just going to open this and shut this again. And it's the one thing, the reason why it said error is because when you put this fabric in here, it needs to be sensed. Like it has a sensor here. And so it's going to tell if you have the fabric loaded or not. So that's why it said error, because it wasn't quite ready yet. And that's what I mean by you just kind of have to check it and make sure that everything is in place and that everything is good to go, because you can run into that sometimes. But once we load it back in here, just make sure it's good to go. Confirm. All right, let's try this again. All right, and of course it's not going to do it because I'm live. Isn't that fun? So let's go home really quick. Am I on Wi-Fi? Yep, I'm on Wi-Fi. So let's see. Let's go back really quick. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. And I think we are good. This is okay. Okay. Let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So there is a tray in the back that is you can open so it avoids any jams. So I'm going to open that on the back, and I can show you more in depth. We can always do another video and I can show you more in depth about that, but let's go back. Let's do this again. This happened to me this morning, like 5 minutes before I was gonna like do my little run through of the show, and I was like, I've never had this happen before. I've never had an issue with it until just now. So, all right. Well, since that's not gonna work for me, let's go to let's try one more time. So let me put the sizing in there. You guys can see that. So we're going to go back to 10 by 10 inches. 10 by 10. All right, let me just check this and make sure we're all good and closed here. So let's go back. Yeah, we should be good to go. Okay, so let's do our pattern again. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, sometimes the problem is if you don't close it all the way. So I'm just double checking all the openings to see where we're at. So I'm gonna close that one, confirm. And sometimes like if you check it depends on the order that you do it in as well. So if you like check your fabric last and then it doesn't catch up with the app fully, that can sometimes happen as well. So let's all right. Okay, we're good. Of course this is gonna happen. I've never had a problem with this ever up until now. So let's keep going. All right, let's come back here. Done. And since I'm just showing you for today, we're just gonna save it like that. Print. Oh, got it. Okay, knew I just had to check one little thing. So all I had to do was just hit create and print, and it automatically sends it to this printer. Now we're just gonna sit here and wait. Just maybe have some coffee, get some water. I'm gonna take a sip. Maybe do a couple jumping jacks, and then I'll be done. Just watch, just wait. Guys, look at that. Naomi, let's zoom this in. Obviously, the color is going to be a little different because I have an iPhone screen up on there, but look at that. Done. And how long was that? I don't even know. I don't know if anybody was keeping track, but oh my goodness. And then all I have to do is just cut the sides off and I'm ready to go. So what I would suggest is right when you take it out, just like lay it down flat somewhere for maybe about a minute or two, just to kind of let it really dry and set. And it is dry. It is dry, but sometimes I get a little paranoid and I'm like, I just want to leave it just for a little bit, just so I make sure. And then once we've had our time letting it dry, oh look, I have a lemon shirt on. That was so unintentional. I didn't even realize that. But once you're done, you get a little piece of, you get that little the little adhesive that comes with it when you first get that roll. You just take it, bum, 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 bum. Of course, my nails aren't going to let me do it today. Okay, get it, peeling off, and you're done. You're good to go. How amazing is that? I love it. And it is great. So I think, should we try one more? We'll print one more thing, but this time we'll do a photo. And then we will do our little finishing up things really quick. So let me cancel this and let me pull up a photo. So let's do this really quick. We'll do another 10 by 10. Oops, 110 inches. I did not mean to do that. 10 by 10. But so much fun. And even with that vibrant of a color, like that is a solid, basically, solid yellow with all of that. So is that awesome or what? So yeah, you can, Roxanne said she can create her own layer cake. You absolutely can. Arlene asked if you have to set it with heat. I have never had to do that. It's up to you. I mean, once you do it, if you're someone who likes to use fusible a lot, I've put lots of different types of fusible on here. I've done, let's see, what have I done? I put Dreamweave Supreme for embroidery from Floriani on there. I've done SF101. I've done, what's the other one I've done? I even did like a Kimberbell Flex Foam. I added that on there and that was awesome. I was able to make a really pretty quilted zipper pouch with that. So let's come back. Hang on, I'm going to pull the screen up in just a second. And I think I want to do a picture of the beach. So that same photo that I chose when we were doing the geometric style, I am going to show. So let me add this on here. Okay. Let's do this picture. I actually just went to Arizona a few weeks ago, and I loved this picture. So let's do this, and then we're going to crop it. I just want to get that little area. Like so. Because maybe you're working on a quilt and you maybe did a road trip and you want to do like pictures of each of your stops on each block for a quilt. Dun, dun, dun. Terry asked if we've washed any projects. I have washed a project. I washed a makeup bag that I made, and I did not experience any fading. I don't know if that was just me. I did it on low and on cold. And I did like a quick wash it with a few other items, and it just a quick wash, low, gentle, very, very low temperature. That's would probably be the most important thing. And it turned out fine. It turned out fine. The one thing that I'd be curious about if you guys do end up trying this, I have not made a full-size quilt, and I would love to see how that works for you guys and how washing and that whole process is, because it is different when you're making a quilt compared to throwing in a makeup bag in the washer. It is a little bit different. So I would be curious, and maybe that's something we'll work on soon. Okay, so here's the picture, and I just want to print this out. So what I'm gonna do is save, and we'll do it as, where was this? We'll just say California, because it was still California. If you guys know the California to Arizona road trip distance, I'm somewhere in the middle of there. So while I am doing this, Leah said, send me one and I'll make a quilt for you. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Dun, dun, dun. Vinny said, I wonder how long the color would last after 10 washings. I agree. Maybe that's something I'll have to put to the test. I'll make something pretty small, and then we'll wash it and we'll do a bunch of updates. So, okay. I'm going to come over here and we're going to print that. Check. Bum, bum, bum. And it worked. Yay. Dun, dun, dun. I don't believe this is a picture of the grapevine. This was on the 8, somewhere on the 8. And this is taking a little while to send, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That was on me. Those user error, of course. So let's see, any more questions? So let's talk pricing really quick. The price of this machine, the MSRP is $1,600, but with SMP, this is $9.99. So super under $1,000 with the included ink, with the included roll, enough to get you started so quickly. And look, my picture's already done just in the time of describing that for you. And look, oh, gorgeous. So you can also cut it. There is a trimmer behind the machine that you can use to trim and cut your fabrics. I just prefer to use a rotary cutter. That's just me, but there is the option that you can trim it on the back as well. Cost of supplies and all of that. The ink cartridges do range. I believe they start at $29 and go to $39, I want to say. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at that in full detail, but I think that's about the range for the refills. But again, these cartridges have lasted me a month now, and I do these checks, I have so many samples in front of me, if only you guys could see, but I do these checks at least every other day just to see my ink levels and all of that. And this was the recent one. I think it was either this one or the other one that I did this morning, and they still are just perfect. And the nice thing about this, when I say, yes, it's $9.99, but think about it this way. You have a printer for normal paper right here. So that's already a normal printer right there. Then on the bottom, you have your fabric printer. So if you're if you're a crafter and you're printing out patterns, you're printing out different things that you need to cut, it has the paper printing option. So you still essentially get a normal printer, but the added bonus and the most important bonus is the fabric roll and the fact that you're able to print on fabric. So super cool, so much fun. Was there anything else I wanted to show you? There always is, but I always forget. So again, there's that photo, and this is with Scenic. So I'm glad we were able to test this out. This, I would probably throw some of that laminating sheet on because I kind of want it to look a little bit more shiny and, you know, more ooh and luxury a little bit, but it's awesome. And of course, since this is a brand new machine from Brother, there is so much more information to come in the future, and that is why you're here, because we're always going to share all the new information with you. And by the looks of it, I know you guys are asking how long the cartridge lasts. I've had mine for a month and mine is still full. So I would say probably maybe like 3 to 5 months, I would say, with the rate that I'm using it at, which is every day, all day, every day. I'm still full. So I really think it will last an extremely long time. So, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to put it to the test. And the fabric rolls, off the top of my head, oh, there's my lock screen. Let me take that off really quick. For the fabric rolls, I'm going to have to get back to you on the price on that one. I don't have that one here in front of me, but tune in. I will make sure that you guys get all the information. But oh my goodness, the fact that I can talk to you guys about this now is so exciting and it just makes me so happy. I've been like for the past few weeks and it's been killing me. I want to tell you all of it. So super amazing. And one thing that I do want to tell you is right now. So as I was saying before, we did come out and are selling the new Brother XJ2 and XE2 series machines, which is an upgrade from the Stellar 1 to the Stellar 2. If you buy an XJ2, which is the new Stellar 2 sewing and embroidery machine, we're throwing in one of these for free. For free. So you can get a brand new machine, brand new sewing and embroidery machine with this for free. So do with that what you will. As soon as I heard that this morning, I said, what? So I might be investing in this, but if you guys are looking for a new machine and you want to try this too, I highly suggest giving us a call, checking on our website, just looking around and shopping all of the options of the new Brother machines. I highly, highly suggest. Patricia said, are you serious? I am. I would never joke with SMP Nation about this, ever, ever. So super exciting, and I hope I did it justice because this is all just based of my genuine interest in this machine. As soon as we got it in, as soon as Blaine mentioned it to me and we got this floor model in, my eyes just lit up and I'm like, this I can get on board with for sure. So look at all of my samples. Isn't that amazing? So I think I've blabbed on for too long now, but we still have giveaways. But I do have to tell you, I'm not in my same area. So if you will give me 2 seconds, I will get over back to my desk and we will do that. Or maybe I'll just walk you guys over, okay? So here is that machine. Again, I'll give you guys one look. And let me know if you guys want to see more stuff with this, or maybe if we do like a sew along or something like that with this. Highly recommend. I would be so open to doing that and sharing stuff with you guys. So, and also, as you can tell, I've been so obsessed with making keychains. Oh, here was another one with that pattern that I showed you before. So cute, and they last forever. So super amazing. I love it. Highly suggest you give us a call and let us know, and just ask some questions because we're always here to help. And especially with new products like this, we want to make sure that you are ready for it and that you know that you can do it. Okay. So let me bring you over. I'm so sorry if you get seasick from this, but let me just put my phone in my pocket and we will do a little journey back to my desk. You'll get a little behind the scenes look. But again, just really quickly before I move over, the printer today you can get for $9.99 on our website, and you can also call in and ask if you want to just talk to a person about it. and get some more insight on it. $9.99 on our website. You can go check it out right now. And of course, as I mentioned, if you do want to get a new sewing machine like the new Stellar 2 from Brother, if you do purchase the XJ2 only, I'm going to emphasize, the XJ2 only, you do get this PrintModa printer for free with an included first set of ink, which I was saying lasts forever, and with an included roll. So how awesome is that? Okay, let me move over. Don't get sick, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to run. Woo, I'm running back. You guys are seeing The Office. Okay, I'm going to set us down right here. And look, we're back to normal. Yay. Okay, let me log in here, and we are going to get on to some giveaways. Oh, I haven't been over here in so long. My computer logged me out. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was it. How did you guys enjoy? Was that so much fun? I had such a fun time showing this printer with you. So much fun. And I could talk about it all day. So if you guys want more videos on it, all you got to do is ask, and I will gladly get some more content going for you. Okay. Let's do some giveaways. Okay. I'm going to get some music going. Did you like that? Did you enjoy that? Should I do more videos from over there live? Let me know. This was kind of new if you've been watching the show for a while. All right, so let's get some giveaways going. All right, first up, we're starting off with some sew mats. So if you do not have a sew mat, in the wise words of Blaine, who is not here, he is in Austin. Blaine Austin is in Austin, Texas, you guys, for Brothers Convention. But he always says, if you don't have a sew mat, you're doing your machine a disservice. So everybody, you are going to have the chance to get your very own sew mat today, right now. So let's go ahead and spin. And I'm going to get my wheel greased up over here.
Spin that wheel.
Oh. Do you guys hear Kyle? You had to have. You had to have heard him. So let's go ahead and spin and see who's going to win this brand new sew mat. Woo! I'm feeling good, guys. After that demo, I feel good and ready. And now I'm inspired. I want to make more projects. Florentino Hernandez, congratulations. You have just won yourself your very own sew mat. So if you would like to claim that prize, you can head to smplive.tv. It is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right there. You can go ahead and go to that website, fill out all the information with your address and where do we send it to and an email. Pick out the size and the color that you want, and we will get that out to you. And you can go have a little added pop of color to your sew mat or to your machine, not your sew mat. Okay, let's keep going. And I want to do one more. So we're going to give away one more sew mat. Bum, bum, bum. Vinny, yes, he was. He was at Mission Bay last week. Bum, bum, bum. Jill Sweet, congratulations. You have just won a sew mat. So go ahead and head to smplive.tv to claim that prize, and we will get that on out to you. Just fill out all their information and let us know what size and what color you would like. So that way, maybe if you have a Brother machine, you want the Brother blue one, completely up to you. We've got lots of options, even a leopard print as well. So that is super fun. All right, next up, I'm helping you guys out today. We're doing some $100 gift cards because everybody, I'm sure, needs something to restock on. Maybe has their eye on something. Maybe has their eye on the PrintModa printer. You know, whatever the choice may be, I hope that somebody gets this and you can use this on our website and get whatever you need. Maybe you need some needles, bobbins, whatever it is. Let's go ahead and spin and see who's going to win this $100 gift card. Woo! Let's see. Okay. Is it Miangli? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that name. I'm so sorry. Congratulations. You have just won a $100 gift card to SewingMachinesPlus.com. So if you would like to fill that out, all you have to do is go to smplive.tv and fill out the information. And all we really importantly need is your email. So that way we can send you that gift card code. So Awesome. And I'm going to do one more today because I'm feeling like it. So this is another $100 gift card. Oh, Coffee Powered Home. Thank you. Meangeli, is that it? Did I do it right? Thank you, Coffee Powered Home. Always helping me out. Okay. So we're going to do one more $100 gift card. So let's see who's going to win. Red Fox 327. Congratulations. You have just won a $100, I almost said a brand new $100 gift card. You have just won a $100 gift card that you can use at SewingMachinesPlus.com. So if you would like to claim that prize, just head to smplive.tv, fill out the information. We just most importantly need your email so that way we can send you that gift card code, and then you're good to go. We'll send you that code and you're golden. That's all we need. And then you'll get that and you can get shopping and have all the fun in the world, because who doesn't love a gift card? Come on, guys. I know you guys too well. So, oh my goodness, what an episode that we just had. Thank you all so much for coming and joining me today. I seriously had so much fun being able to unveil and show you this amazing printer. And if you have any questions at all, please head to our Facebook and our Instagram and you can message us on there. I'm working behind the scenes on all of those platforms, so I will be able to answer any questions that you guys have. And again, look on our website, check out all of the amazing deals that we have. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I have this picture of the XJ2 that I'm actually going to show you really quickly. So this is the new beautiful XJ2. Oh my goodness, you guys. So this is the new XJ2, and this is the machine that will come, that if you buy will have the PrintModa printer included. So I just wanted to show you that as well, because what an amazing deal that is. Woo! Oh my goodness. So highly recommend you guys check it out. And if you, again, have any questions, I'm right here. I'm here to help. I love helping. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head on out and work on some new stuff and get some more stuff planned for next week. But I will see you all very soon, and we will see you on Thursday. And of course, we'll be able to answer more questions on Thursday as well, because we'll be continuing on with all of the new Brother machines as well. But thank you so much. You guys are actually the best, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.